I've recently just gotten back from Paris. I took myself there for a solo Valentine's weekend, and thinking about it, I actually cannot remember for how long I've been wanting to do that, like way too long. And there's a reason I'm gonna say this, okay? But I've also moved countries 3 times, although at this point I can't actually, might have been four. I've actually lost count. But the reason I mentioned this, Paris and moving countries, is because coming back from Paris, I cannot stop thinking why we actually level up when you leave home, you travel solo, or like you move abroad. And I realized how initially my thinking was wrong. Because I used to think that environment changes who you are. And I am not saying that environment is not important. It is crucial, okay? It is crucial that your environment reflects who you want to become. But when you really understand what is happening, you realize that you can build in any environment. Because it's not that you become someone new when you leave home. What is actually happening is that you stop being who you were expected to be when you were home. Let me explain. Number one, there is pattern interruption. You see, your brain, it likes predictability. Like, think of how you take the same route to work. You have the same routine at home, like throughout the day, or your morning routine, same habits, you're having the same conversations. So when you change your environment, your language also changes, your social cues change, your routine in the morning or throughout the day, it will very likely be different. And because at the end of the day, no one knows you. So you can literally be anyone because no one has any expectations of you. And at this point, your brain is going, whoa, wait, who the fuck are you right now? Because you break that pattern. You break that predictability. Because you have given yourself the opportunity to recreate yourself. And of course, you can do this back home. But it is going to be harder, especially if you are in the early stages of inner work, because of the level of awareness of the limiting beliefs, whether you are aware of them or not. Going in a new environment, you're almost wiping the slate clean. And our brain is what we call neuroplastic, which is another fancy word for moldable. And what this means is that a new identity can form. So there is what we call the second point, identity deactivation and reselection. At home, like, think of your current setting, okay? You are the daughter or son. You are a partner, wife, husband. You are that friend. You are, I don't know, the analyst. Basically, people know you a certain way, but when you are abroad, whether on holiday or moved, whatever, you have none of these roles attached to you. So you are basically anonymous, and this is where, like, you can introduce yourself and you're like, hi, my name is Kalani. So what I'm trying to say is basically you can self-select who you are. You know how you hear of this alter ego that you can create? This is basically it, because no one is going to judge you, no one is going to contradict you, because no one knows you. So whatever you tell them, whatever you show them, whatever you embody, they're gonna take at face value. Thirdly, there is nervous system expansion. Your nervous system shifts from doing, which is you back home, you're constantly on the go, to experiencing, aka receiving more. You are ingesting all this sensory richness. Like, imagine you are in Bali, okay? You are going to all these beautiful cafes. That is literally your morning routine. Like you wake up, you go on a walk on a beach, you train, then you go and get breakfast at this nice cafe, and you are engaging with people, okay, from all over the world. Then later on in the evening, you're basking in the most beautiful sunset in the world, or you are in Paris, you are surrounded by all this Haussmann architecture, all this beauty, like all this romance, art, presence, and like you can basically feel the romance oozing out of the city, okay? Like, oh, I just I just feel like I'm there right now. But basically, you are reconnecting to your body. You are reconnecting to your intuition in a way that you are not doing back home. Which takes me to my fourth point, which is symbolism. Certain countries have a particular symbolism attached to them. Okay, so Paris, you think of romance. Bali, you think of freedom, self discovery, spirituality. When you think of LA, you think artistic, femininity. So when you travel, especially solo, I must emphasize this, you unconsciously step into a particular archetype that is in line with this country or town, whatever, whatever. And for anyone that has not done it yet, solo travel is one of the best things that you can do for yourself. I am very pro it if you have not grasped this yet, but it is literally one of the best things that you can do for yourself, for your growth, and for your identity. And if you get the chance to do it at least once, although I highly doubt that you will do it once because it is so freaking addictive, I highly urge that you do it. And my last point is that absence creates clarity. You know how they say absence makes the heart grow fonder, or is it distance, whatever. I'm not really sure about that, but I am very sure that absence creates clarity. Because when you distance yourself, you eliminate the noise of your family, your friends, your colleagues. You are not having the same conversations every day. There is not the same expectations of you every single day. And you are not seeing the same people. So, going back to point one, you are interrupting this predictability that your brain is expecting of you. So you are creating the space to think clearer and to experience different emotions, different situations, different feelings, which ultimately lead to you experiencing different actions, which are going to lead to different results. So, in conclusion, what shifts when you travel solo or you move abroad is your self perception, aka how you view yourself because of what you are embodying. Can you do that without changing your environment? Yes, you can. Will it be faster if you change your environment? Absolutely. But what can you do if at the moment you do not have the means to pack yourself and just go to a new country? Take a look at your environment. Okay, be honest, see how it is serving you and how it is not serving you. Then you're going to create your current identity profile and your desired identity profile. And then you're going to be brutally honest of how you can move from your current identity to your desired identity. And you're going to start living as this desired identity persona that you created. And how can you change your current environment to support your desired identity? Thank you for joining me for another episode, and I will see you next week for another chat of Thinking Out Loud.